Hey y'all, it's your girl Tina. Come on, give God some praise. I'm here, you all, because I got some requests to show how I made the binding for this particular slim journal. I have a video up. If you haven't seen the video, please go over and view the video. I love, love, love the way these journals came out. All right, so I'm here today to show how easy it is to bind the journals. Now, the difference between these two journals is this one, both of them were made by file folders, right? This one was just like an accordion. I scored it, I folded it, and then I made this journal. Okay. This one, on the other hand, I took a purple file folder and I cut strips. And then I use seam binding to put it together. All right, let me share with you all, first of all, where I got the inspiration. This Somerset Studio May, June, July issue have an article in here of a lady who made a slim, what did she call it? On the Narrow, a slim art journal. And basically what she did was she took 13, 14 different strips of different time cards, and she made bookmarks, and she calls it a journal. So it's an unbound journal is what it is, okay? And I really, really did love the idea. I love what she had did here, but I was saying to myself, I'll never use that many bookmarks, and how you keep them all together? That was just my thought, but I really was drawn to this article, okay? Then I was searching through my what to watch feed, and I came across a new channel that I was not familiar with. Her name is Artie Mays, and she had a video talking about the Somerset Studio, the same article, and she kept saying, yeah, she made a journal, she bounded it together, and I'm reading the article, I said, no, she didn't bound it, it was individual strips. Well, what R.C. Mays did, she took the individual strips, the bookmarks, and she used just remnants of torn fabric, and she made them bound together. Okay, so I really like that idea, and I wanted it to be more of on the journal side. So one side is like thoughts. It talks about stuff. Each one of the ones that I have created have a theme. Okay, and then on the back is where I really, really want to use for journaling. Okay, so what I did was I didn't use remnants of fabric. I chose to use this seam binding to bind mine together. And I'm going to show you in this video just how I did that. Okay, so we're going to start off with this one. This is the one that's going to come out like this accordion. So what I did was, this is a half of a legal file folder. Okay. And you can get 7 panels off of here, but we're not going to do 7 today. The first thing that I do with mine is I make my score marks. So I want them to be 2 inches, each panel to be 2 inches. So I score at 2 inches. Real simple, real easy. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 12. Okay, now I turn it over, and then I score again. I put this at 4, and then I score again at 2 right here, and that's how I get 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then what I do is I want it to be 8 inches tall. So now I take my trimmer, but what I want to do is I want to fold these back. okay, into an accordion style, because you got to remember that this is a legal file folder. So it's longer than 12 inches. I think it's 15 inches long. So it's not going to fit in your trimmer. So this is why I score it first. And then I fold these back. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off this little edge right here. Right? Cut that off. Then the next thing I want to do is I want to make this at the height of 8 inches tall. So I take this, and the reason why I fold it is because, again, it's 14 inches long. It's not going to fit. So I just fold it over one to make it fit in my trimmer, and then I measure and cut. Okay. So I want it 8 inches tall. So I just take that, see how I folded it over, and then I cut. Okay, you do not have to do all 7. You can do as many as you want. You can do whatever size width that you want. This is just 2 inches each, and this is what I get. Okay, this is the same thing. This is basically the base of this. All right, you all see that? That's all I do for that one. So now let's move on, and let me show you how I did the binding for this one. Okay. I have my strips. So I start off with 2 strips. Okay. And then I take the seam binding. And what I do is I just simply measure. All right. I just kind of eyeball it. I want it to lap over a little bit, and you can always go back and cut the extras off if that's what you want to do. All right. So I put this there. Let me get my mat, you all, because I don't want glue everywhere. So let me put this down. I'm sorry about that. I should have had this down already. All right. So here we go. So what I do is I take the 2 and I use my Beacons 3-in-1, and I go along the edge. You don't need a lot. Y'all know I'm heavy-handed. So I know you just, when you saw that squirt out, like, oh my gosh, what is she doing? And then I just simply take this and lay it down. And then what I like to do is I like to turn it over and just watch. You want to put it on the edge, because you leaving in the middle part, you're going to leave that open, and you got to put the next panel. And so then I just press that down. Now you all, if you never use Beacons, you don't have to worry about the little leakage because it dries clear. Okay. So now here's the second one. I do the same thing for this. I take this piece and I glue it lightly on the edge. And then I take this and I just put it and measure it up. Make sure it's even at the bottom, at the top. And then I kind of eyeball how big I want the hinge to be. And I leave a space according to that. Okay. Then I just let these, just let it dry. And it's, again, you don't have to worry about the leakage because it will dry clear. All right. So then I take my next one. I do it all over again. I take this. I measure it. Again, I leave some hanging over just in case. All right. Now I'll take this once again and I'll put the glue here. And again, you can use whatever. Y'all, I did that wrong. I was supposed to put the glue here. I'm sorry. But we still gonna use that piece. But let me do this side first. All right, again, you could use whatever type of fabric you want. I'm just using seam binding. It works for me. It makes sense to me, and it's already cut into a small enough strip. That's what I like about using the seam binding. Okay, so you see I got to pull this over because I put it like too far over. But of course, you make mistakes when you on the camera. All right, now I put the glue already on this one, so now I'm just gonna even it up just like I did the other one. Leave the same amount of hinge, which is the middle part, and then it's done, right? Just make sure it's even. Again, if you're using beacons, do not worry about all of this because it dries clear. And if you got too much like I did, you just rubbed and it rubs right on off. No problem. But you want to make sure your hinge is even all the way down so your gaps won't be uneven. All right. So you continue this, do the next, and then what happens is at the end, you come out with it looking like this. This is a raw base for that slim journal. Okay, so this is all I do to achieve this look right here. It's a beautiful thing. Tell me what you think. Try it out. If you do, please send me a message and let me know that you tried it. I want to come over to your channel, support you, and see what your creativity brought to this particular project. All right, you all, till next time, y'all stay blessed and keep creating.